Welcome to Hidden in History, where shadows still speak. Tonight, we take you deep into one of the most haunting mysteries of the 20th century. September 18th, 1961. A United Nations plane goes down in the dark forests of Africa. Inside, the Secretary-General of the UN, Dag Hammarskjöld, the world's most powerful diplomat. A man on a mission for peace. But did his plane simply fall from the sky? Or was he silenced because he stood in the way of empires, spies, and corporations willing to kill to protect their secrets? Stay with us as we uncover hidden testimonies, secret files, and chilling details that still echo more than 60 years later. This is not just a story about a crash. It's about the battle for the soul of a continent and the price of standing against the powers of the world. If you haven't already, hit subscribe and join us on this journey into history's shadows. To understand Hammarskjöld's final flight, we must go back to Africa in 1960. The Congo had just torn itself free from Belgian colonial rule, a vast land of rivers, jungles, and unimaginable mineral wealth. Copper, uranium, diamonds, resources every superpower craved. But freedom came with chaos. The young nation was ripped apart by rival leaders, foreign mercenaries, and the invisible hand of Cold War geopolitics. The Soviets armed one side. The West armed another. Corporations feared losing their minds. In the middle of this storm stood Dag Hammarskjöld. The Swedish diplomat had become Secretary-General of the UN in 1953. Quiet, philosophical, but fiercely determined, he believed the United Nations was not a stage for the superpowers, but a workshop for peace. And in the Congo, Hammarskjöld chose his battleground. He launched a massive UN peacekeeping mission, trying to keep the country united and independent. He wanted the Congo for the Congolese, not for Moscow, not for Washington, not for London or Brussels. But that made him enemies, deadly ones. On the night of September 17th, 1961, Hammarskjöld boarded a DC-6 aircraft nicknamed Albertina. His destination? Ndola in northern Rhodesia, today's Zambia. His mission? To negotiate a ceasefire with Moise Chombe, leader of the breakaway Katanga province. Peace in Congo depended on it. The flight was routine, the skies clear. At 10:51 p.m., the plane descended toward Ndola, but it never landed. Hours later, search parties found the wreckage deep in the forest. Twisted metal, scattered bodies, a scene of devastation. And there, lying just outside the fuselage, was Dag Hammarskjöld. His body curiously intact, as though placed rather than thrown. In his shirt pocket, a playing card. The Ace of Spades. A chilling symbol, the card of death. Official investigations at the time blamed pilot error. They said the crew miscalculated their descent. A tragic accident, nothing more. But not everyone believed that story. Local villagers told another tale. They spoke of seeing not one, but two planes in the night sky. They described flashes of light, gunfire, and explosions before the crash. One man, the sole survivor from Hammarskjöld's crew, briefly regained consciousness. He muttered about sparks in the sky before slipping back into silence. He died soon after. Theories multiplied. Was it pilot error, as Britain insisted? Unlikely, say aviation experts. Hammarskjöld's pilots were among the best in the world. Was it Belgian mercenaries, hired to protect Western mining companies in Katanga? Records suggest they had access to fighter planes in the area. Was it the CIA or MI6? Hammarskjöld was a thorn in the side of both Washington and London. Declassified cables show his Congo policy infuriated the West. Some claimed even President Eisenhower wished him gone. Or perhaps it was the South African regime, protecting its colonial allies. Secret files later revealed Operation Celeste, a plot to eliminate Hammarskjöld using sabotage or an attack in mid-air. And then the most persistent claim, the second plane. Witnesses, villagers, police officers, even British officials reported another aircraft, smaller, faster, circling the DC-6. Did it fire the fatal shots that sent Hammarskjöld to his death? Each theory casts a long shadow, but none have ever been proven beyond doubt. For decades, the truth was buried under official denials and classified files, but the story refused to die. In the 1990s and 2000s, journalists and historians uncovered testimony long ignored. South African documents describing assassination plots, witnesses silenced or dismissed, holes in the original investigations. In 2017, the United Nations reopened the case. A panel of experts reviewed radar data, eyewitness accounts, and declassified intelligence. Their conclusion: there is strong reason to believe Hammarskjöld's plane was attacked or sabotaged. Even today, Sweden, Hammarskjöld's homeland, pushes for more transparency. Files in London, Washington, and Pretoria remain sealed. Witnesses still fear to speak. The mystery endures. Dag Hammarskjöld's death changed the course of history. Without his steady hand, the Congo descended deeper into turmoil, a chaos that continues to echo across Central Africa. At the UN, his loss was devastating. Many say the organization never regained its independence, bending instead to the will of superpowers. But Hammarskjöld's legacy lives on. His personal diary, markings, revealed a man of deep spirituality, courage, and conviction. In one entry he wrote, "Never, for the sake of peace and quiet, deny your own experience or convictions." Perhaps those words cost him his life, but they also made him immortal. More than 60 years later, the question remains: was it an accident or an assassination? Maybe the shadows know the answer, and maybe one day they'll finally speak. You've been watching Hidden in History, where shadows still speak. If you found this story as haunting as we did, help us bring more hidden truths to light. Subscribe to the channel, share this film, and join us as we uncover the mysteries that shaped our world. Because history is never silent. You just need to know where to listen.